Hey guys, welcome back. Bill here. I tried to like the RMR. I was set on running the RMR for a year because once I started using it, I noticed that I wasn't going to like the window size. And I was dead set on running it for a full year. Unfortunately though, I only made it not even quite 2 months. I did get 1,200 rounds on the RMR. And I did an applied pistol class from Georgia Firing Line, and I carried it every single day that I had the gun. If you're interested in the Glock 17, I have a video on that. You can check it out with the RMR on it. But I just couldn't do it anymore. The optic was the window was too small, and I wasn't getting any features that that were making it worth carrying it every day and using it. And so I decided that I was just going to switch to the SRO or the 508T. Now, when I went to put the SRO on, I'm running irons forward. So if you don't know, now you do. You can't run irons forward with the iron sight in. Now, obviously, you can take the irons out, and I'm going to have to do that to run the SRO. But I have a sight pusher, but it's 3D printed. And those things just aren't good if you're maybe for the first few, pushing the rear sights in and out, but it is since broken and I can't use it. So until I get something durable, I'm gonna have to leave that in, and which means that I'm running the 508T first. Now, with this 508T, within just dry firing, I can tell already that this window is noticeably larger than the RMR. Not to mention that I'm getting the multiple reticles. So the open circle dot, or the open circle reticle, I really like the open circle reticle. And you can run that open circle with the dot too. I don't, but you can. Or I can switch it to the dot. So lately I've been running a dot, but I really like the open circle, and that's what I'm running on, and that's what I will run on as my daily carry. So why would I continue to run the RMR if I could get something that has a side loading battery? If I could get something that has a solar failsafe, if I'm out shooting it and the battery dies, I can switch it over to auto brightness and use the sun to power the optic. So that's a neat feature. You've got, anytime I've ever had my battery run out was in dry fire. And with the RMR, if my battery ran out in dry fire, I would then have to take the optic off, switch the battery, put it back on, and hope that it was zeroed if I was gonna carry it. And I wouldn't do that, so then I would switch to another gun and then have to re-zero the optic. So it's just not worth it when you've got a side loading or with the SRO top loading battery option. For my applied pistol class, I was running that class, and at the end we do the Core 4, which is a complete combatant for everything's done at 7 yards. I think I'll upload that video because I did film it. But it's 4 strings of fire, all done at 7 yards, and then you get a score. I might upload that. But if you're interested, Brian Hill with the Complete Combatant has a video on his YouTube channel, and you can check it out. And I ran that, and I ended up getting a blue belt anyway, but I just felt like I was having to go so much slower doing that assessment than what I wanted to. Before the assessment, I had made up my mind that I wanted to get all hits, and that didn't mean slowing down. I was just gonna make sure that I saw every dot on every, most of them were in the A zone. One of them was in a head box. So whether it's in the A zone or the head box, I'm gonna see the dot before I pull the trigger. And it just seemed like it took way too long. I still ended up getting a blue belt, but I feel like had I gone faster, had I had a different optic and could have gone the speed that I wanted to, I probably would have got a purple belt, which is just you get a percentage, and then based on your percentage, you get a belt, the belt ranking. So, so I took the RMR off. I've got it on my DR920 right now because I've got my MR920 off getting the beaver tail removed. So I think I'm gonna keep it and put this RMR on the MR920 and then use that when I want something for deep concealment. I will say that the RMR is that small window size means is a fairly small optic compared to Probably about the same as this one, but it seems like it's smaller than the 508. It's definitely a little bit smaller than the 507C, and is noticeably smaller than the SRO. So for me, I will probably keep it on like one of the, like my MR920, something that I want to carry when I do not want to print whatsoever. Something like when I go to the beach, or if I'm in an area, if I'm going to be going to a state or an area where I don't want there to be any chance of me being somebody seeing me printing. So I will use it for that, but I don't know why people would use the RMR when there's so many better options. I feel like the RMR is outdated at this point. When you've got so many better options like the 507C, the 508T, all your closed emitter optics, you've got the SRO. SRO probably is gonna be my favorite optic at this point. But we'll see with this 508T on there what I think about that. But yeah, I mean, if you run an RMR, please let me know in the comments. What do you like about it? Why are you using that over others? Is it because you haven't tried a lot of others? Is it because of the durability? Because I assure you that this 508T and my 507 and 407Cs are just as durable. I assure you that they are, at least when I carry them. I should say for me, they are just as durable. Even the SRO, I've had no issues with the SRO. Now, I haven't dropped the SRO, but I have dropped the 407 and a 507C. I dropped a 407C onto concrete from about the top of my car. It was in a range bag, and the range bag slid off my car, hit hood down just like this. I saw it happen, boom, and it's fine. Didn't crack the window. There was a little bit of a mark, some marring on the hood of the optic, and that was it. So they are, in my experience, very, very durable. Durable enough for me, I will say. But please let me know in the comments if you run an RMR. Why are you running an RMR? I'm curious why people still run them when there's so many better options out now. Guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.